Welcome back. Well, unfortunately, 'tis the season for sneezing. Dr. Ogden is an allergist, asthma specialist, and immunologist. She is here with some simple tips, tricks, and over-the-counter allergens to help you get through the season. Good to see you, Dr. Ogden.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so this season can make us pretty miserable. So what are some of the things that people should be doing to try to help themselves first before you go see someone such as yourself?
There are a lot of things that people can do to minimize their symptoms. The big thing is prevention, and in the spring season, what's triggering these allergies is pollen. So you want to really minimize your exposure. The less exposure you have, the less likely you are to suffer from those really horrible symptoms. What I recommend to all my patients is to carry out an allergy ritual, and this is a big thing. At the end of the day, when you've come home from being outside, take off those clothes, take a shower, wash your hair, wash your face and your eyes. And for many allergy sufferers, they already have dry, itchy, often irritated, sensitive skin, so they have to think about what products they're using. They should use things that are gentle, that don't contain parabens, alcohol, and fragrance, which can be irritating. I like Garnier Gentle Sulfate-Free Cleanser because it's both hydrating and it's also a cleanser, but it's gentle on the skin. Another great tip is if you're on the go, use makeup wipes. For example, let's say you've had lunch outside, which you should actually avoid if you're in the allergy season, but use those makeup wipes to wipe away impurities and allergens after you've been outside and you're on the go. Again, I like Garnier Micellar makeup wipes because they're gentle on the skin and they don't have that irritating quality, which it can be hard for allergy sufferers. Other great tips that are very important is to use saline. At the end of the day, use a saline spray in your nose. Even wash your eyes out with saline solution to help remove pollen residue. I recommend people wear sunglasses and a big hat. Again, you're protecting your skin surfaces from pollen. And it's also a good idea to sometimes use Vaseline or Aquaphor, some kind of balm on the edges of your nose so that you're capturing pollen and you're not letting it get deep inside your nasal passages. And finally, it's always a good idea to look at over-the-counter solutions like antihistamine eye drops and over-the-counter antihistamines. Really, all of these steps, if they're done with regularity, they can help control symptoms.
I think you answered a lot of the questions that I was going to ask you, especially about over-the-counter medications or some things that you can pick up at a CVS or Walgreens. Let me ask you this, because there's some people that say, you know, when you get into the height of allergy season, one of the things that you can do to help mitigate the symptoms or to get over the allergies is to eat the local honey. Is there truth to that, in your opinion?
I actually don't recommend that people do that because it's not very standardized and you don't always know what you're getting. In fact, sometimes people who are allergy sufferers may have an allergy to a venom or bees, and you want to be careful that there aren't residues of that in the honey. So I don't routinely recommend it. It's not standardized or backed up by medical evidence. So, you know, it is anecdotal that people say that, but I don't recommended in what I tell people to take for the allergy season.
And let me ask you one step further, like trying to pinpoint exactly what the cause of the allergies are. You know, some people might be going through the regimen of putting the Vaseline under their nose, but they find it's not doing them any good, maybe perhaps because they're not allergic to the pollen. Are there tests that can be done to try to pinpoint exactly what they're allergic to and then be able to get through the regimen to help mitigate the symptoms as best as possible?
Oh yeah, certainly. You know, if you can't pinpoint what it is, and you continue to have these symptoms, that's a good time to check in with a board-certified allergist who can do allergy testing. There's skin, also known as scratch testing, or there are blood tests that can be done. And it's a really effective way to figure out what you're allergic to so that you can then manage these symptoms efficiently and you're not sort of scrambling to find out what's wrong.
Yeah, and
sometimes
sometimes
feeling not well.
Right, those symptoms sometimes can be just debilitating when your nose is running, you're itching, you have a headache, the whole 9 yards. So listen, you brought up a lot of good points in the beginning, and so some people might want to be jotting that down but probably didn't get the opportunity to do so. Is there a good website that we can go to do some research on our own?
Yeah, you can go to GarnierUSA.com for a lot of the tips and products that I mentioned that can be helpful.
All right, Dr. Ogden, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate Garnier for making this segment possible.